Hello and welcome to the Diecast Night YouTube channel. Today, in front of us, we've got the Toyota Supra mk4. The infamous Toyota Supra with the great 2JZ twin-turbo engine driving its rear wheels, which we've all seen in many movies such as Fast and Furious. This specific car is made from Solido. It is in 1/18 scale. It's made of die-cast metal and the color is just plain red. Keep in mind that this color of this particular car is single stage red, so that means it's not clear coated. Let's move on with some of the details. As you can see here, we've got the wheels, which have a silver/gold tint to them. The nice logo, the Toyota logo. Buried, you can barely see the brake calipers front and back that have the Supra branding. The same deal is on the back. And the tires are Yokohama Neova, and these are their treads. The overall paint finish is average. As you can see, it's a bit dull. It's got some lines, but I believe that with some polishing or some waxing it's gonna get better. Let's take a look at the front. The front of the car is the iconic front, but the headlights seem to be silver. I believe that this trim we've got here, in comparison to what we see on the rims and the interior that we will see later, I think that this car is a facelift model, so the headlights should have been a bit dark and not that bright silver. Bright silver was the pre-facelift headlights. Nevertheless, here in the front we've got the Toyota emblem. Here on the license plate we can see the Supra logo, the side indicators, the air vents, and this black clip on the side. Let's see the side profile. We've got here a rather scratched window. This is how they came. It's not my fault. We've got the door mirrors. We've got the handle, this air duct. Here on the top, nothing to see, just the windshield washer, as well as in the hood, the windshield washers and the wiper blades. And here we can see a little bit of the dashboard. The paint quality is rather average, but it's okay. Here on the back we've got the defroster lines, we've got the rear wiper, a rather scratched up rear window. What can you do? The rear spoiler, which is very nicely done. And we move on to the back, where you can see those iconic tail lights with the silver third stop light, the Toyota logo, the mk4 in place of the license plate, and the Supra logo. Here is the aerial antenna. On the back of both sides we've got some cornering lights, some indicators, just like the US spec. The rear muffler is very nice. It's got semi-satin to matte tint to it. Let's move on the other side. This is the fuel filler flap. And of course this car is right-hand drive, which means it's Japanese spec. So let's take a look at the interior. So here's the interior. As we said before, the car is right-hand drive. You can see the pedals, very nicely done. The old school steering wheel. The dashboard, every gauge is exactly as it should be. The car is a manual, it's got a handbrake, not an electronic handbrake but a manual, also handbrake. The door cards are very nice, we can see the speaker grills. This car also has windows, some cars don't. Let's see it on the other side, another closer look. Very nicely done, speaker grill, everything is the way it is supposed to be. Of course this car has no carpet because it is a budget model. This is very acceptable. These are the front seats that look a little bit plasticky but have the Supra logo, and you can barely see the rear seats from this side and this side. It's really hard to focus, but I'll try my best. So let's take a look underneath the car. You see all the muffler, the way it's routed, the rear diff. This for the fuel, this is the reservoir. It says Toyota Supra 118 Solido branding. Very basic but very nice. Keep in mind that the price is very low in this car. So I believe that apart from the color, we have a great car in our hands that will not disappoint any budget collector. The details could have been a little bit better, of course, but there's nothing more to expect from a car that costs 35 to 45 euro. It is a little bit lightweight. The only opening feature are the doors, of course. Sadly the hood does not open, so we can admire the great engine, but it's okay. The color is in average quality, but overall I'm not disappointed with this purchase because it's very low price. So if you're a budget collector and you would like to have a Supra in your collection, I don't think you had more options in the late 2022. There's no other brand that makes this, so I believe it's a good buy. Here I'd like to thank you very much for watching one of my other videos. I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know if there's anything you'd like to do. I might do a video on the differences between resin and die-cast models, and I'd like to hear your opinions about everything and improvements you'd like to make here on the channel. Maybe the lighting, maybe the background, maybe everything. Let me know in the comment. Thank you very much. See you next time.